Hello everybody, Groovified coming to you here today, and we are going to get started with the zodiac readings for our fire signs, starting with Leo in the month of March. So let's go ahead and get this started. We're going to be using the Santa Muerta Book of the Dead cards, brand new deck, I love them, and they're actually pretty highly accurate from what I've experienced so far. So let's have some fun. So, my friendly Leos, so we got a pretty busy month today. First, starting off with our first section here. Something's telling me that there's something going along the lines in terms of maybe something in terms of occupation here. We have the Eight of Swords here, along with the Queen of Swords. I feel that you might be coming across something with your manager. You might get a little bit some bad news perhaps with the manager, something that maybe kind of like using less hours. Nothing, I don't see anything in terms of less money or anything, but let's see here. And it's nothing to lose sleep over, but you do need to make sure that you keep yourself you need to keep yourself occupied. I feel that the issue, or not really the issue, but just more like in terms of maybe occupation, or even for those of you who are looking for occupation, that you're going to be dealing with maybe kind of a tough manager. The manager seems to be kind of on a tight lip for a little bit, which kind of explains why it's paired with the Four of Pentacles. Now, with you don't want to lose too much sleep over this. You shouldn't have to worry too much, but with that said, don't let your emotions get the best of you. And I think that's what kind of happens to you as a Leo. You have a lot of confidence within you to get the job done. You have a lot of effort. You have a lot of energy. It's just that sometimes you also let that overconfidence get the best of you, and then you might start drawing back thinking like, well, if I put all my energy into this job, why is the manager acting the way it is? So don't let it go. Something's telling me here that you don't want to lose too much sleep over it, and that way, in order for you to not lose sleep, you don't want to over analyze the situation here. And I'm going to push this up a little bit here so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so you definitely don't want to over analyze it. Now, I feel that this is going to be short term. We have here the Three of Wands and the World card here. So again, that's the reason why you shouldn't be stressing over this issue. I think for some reason, I feel that when the news comes to you, you kind of take things a little bit too swiftly, such as the Eight of Swords that we have here. So I feel that this is not going to jeopardize anything what's going on with you occupationally. However, though, I feel that this is going to be very short term. It might even come up with like some sort of news, for example, that there might be a change of policy, which might trigger this emotion, and therefore you don't want to be too hasty. It's going to be very short term here. So let's see here. So you don't want to, when you overanalyze things, Leo, sometimes, at least some of you, might run the mouth just a little bit. Loose lips sink ships. And I think that most Leos out there, in terms of this reading for the month of March, that you might, again, jump on that overanalyzation, the Eight of Swords, and you might start talking things to your coworkers, and all of a sudden the emotions start to fly and things like that, and therefore you don't want to do that. And what you want to do is you actually want to make sure that you just kind of keep things into perspective, stay calm, and just kind of learn what's going on first before you start passing judgment. Okay. You don't want to get that the best of you. Now, as far as like going on to the month of March, in terms of romance, which it seems, I think there's going to be also a change in romance. You might come into, let's see here. I think that this month of March for some of you is very important because I think some anniversaries are actually coming up here, and you really want to kind of step up your game. However, though, you may feel that you don't have like the money for it. The finances may not seem to be there, and that might be kind of an issue because I think that your partner is going to ask or like give you some hints in terms of what they want to do for like maybe their anniversary or whatever the special occasion is for your relationship. And you may feel that you cannot provide. We have the 16 and the 10, so that's so you feel that you may not be able to provide. However, though, I believe as a Leo you will be able to actually get through this. It will kind of hit your finances just a little bit, but you need to be smart about this. Okay, we have the Six of Wands here, or excuse me, the Nine of Wands. The Six of Wands here. So we have the Six of Wands and the Hierophant here. Now, the thing is, I think with some of you Leos out there, when it comes to your partners, you really, really want to try to impress, and you really kind of do the spare no expense kind of thing, even though you may not afford it. Don't do that for yourself, okay? Because if you do, you're going to be getting the wrong kind of feedback, okay? Be honest with your partner, all right? Be honest with your partner. Do not put the illusion that you can like pay for the entire meal when you probably can't afford the meal. Like, maybe you need to do something a little bit more at home. It's okay to actually do things at home. Your partner may get just a little bit disappointed, but they'll get over it, I think. And if you are truthful and you're not walking on eggshells here, we have the Five of Pentacles, knowing what you need to do when the going gets tough, that you want to make sure that you know what's available to you and you utilize that, okay? Try not to put a facade there, and you will be rewarded, okay? But the thing is, you really try to aim for the stars here, and that's what I'm seeing here. Even though you may see like some small opportunities that's available to you, that's affordable, but you might start thinking, oh well, if I can do this, then I can afford this, I can do this, and then all of a sudden it starts to get the best of you. So you don't want to do that, okay? And as a Leo, again, the overconfidence comes around where you think you might be able to do it, but it's not quite there. And closing up with the month of March here, and I'm seeing here some movement. I'm seeing actually a very quick month. I feel that this is actually going to be a very positive month, as a matter of fact, despite the fact that you might be getting some weirdness going on with your occupation, and maybe some a little bit frustrations going on and maybe in your love life. But and I wouldn't say love life, but just trying to make things work. All in all, if you actually focus on these two things, you will actually have a very successful March. And even if this doesn't come the way you want to, and these two, at least this one probably doesn't work out, where it might be just a little bit want kind of thing. And maybe with the job thing, you might, after this kind of blows over, or at least when you hear the news, you're just going to be kind of like whatever. You're still going to have a pretty good month. I think this month will actually be very lucky with you, because we have here the Queen of Pentacles along with the Queen of Wands, and I feel that these two elements are actually going to be coming together. The Pentacles and the Wands. What this is going to generate is almost as if like we're applying fire with the metal, and you'll be able to bend the metal using lots of fire. So that's a very good thing. And then we have the star here, because as we burn metal with the fire, you'll be able to reconstruct it, and then you'll dip it into water to create the steam that you need, and then the metal becomes bonded. All right, and what I'm saying here metaphorically is that you can actually make this really successful for yourself. Watch the signs that come to you. So we have here the Strength in reverse. And I believe in order for this to be a successful month for you, you need to make sure that you keep your emotions in check, okay? Make sure that you keep yourself on the earth and as well as the water. Try to be in two places at once to realize your potential, and kind of see the fact that the month of March definitely can be something rewarding for you. I mean, we have these other things that are happening, but this is not the highlight of the entire month of March. I just feel that there's going to be a very, very lucky month for you. You might actually feel that like you're on the top of the world. You actually might feel that the weight might be lifted off your shoulders for some reason, and you just don't seem to explain it. It's because of this. You're the luck is kind of in your favor, even though like we're experiencing some retrogrades here for this month, but in terms of like communication. But the thing is with this right here, you want to make sure that you put your emotions in check. Do some meditation, because if you don't, then, or actually, excuse me, if you do, you'll have a very happy home for one thing, and you'll actually might even come up with some ways so you can actually bury the hatchet on certain things. You may have some open doors to where with this right here, you might be able to actually get them closed. Even with the sword, the Ace of Swords in reverse, there's probably some unfinished business, but paired with the Four of Wands here, I'm getting the essence that you just might be closing some doors here, some unfinished business, which is why that I'm saying that this is actually going to be a very good month, which is really, really good for you. Actually, this one isn't belonging there because this is actually even. So with this here, stay focused. Don't, and I'm kinking the cups here. A lot of emotions coming from here, especially for Leo, because usually Leos have their stuff in check. Now, just make sure that you keep yourself level, grounded, and just kind of go with the flow just a little bit, as like this King of Cups, just kind of like down in the hatchet, he's just kind of letting things go, and probably just letting the universe and the karma, the good karma that is, and the energies, spirit guides, whatever you believe in, to assist you. Okay, have it become to your benefit. All right, so Very, very good sign here for the month of March. Just make sure you focus on your love and your occupation. And let's focus a little bit on your chakra here. All right, so we have the sacral chakra. So, which is very interesting, the fact that of what's going on here, and especially with this last one, you want to make sure that you don't forget what makes you happy in the end. Okay, make sure you take care of yourself, all right, because you may not be doing that quite often here. You might be getting caught up a lot, especially with the last month. You might have been going through some issues here, but you know, with this month, with everything kind of going your way a little bit, and you make sure you do things right, you're going to be very happy. And make sure you take care of yourself. Find the things that actually gives you pleasure, makes you happy, okay? And then you'll be able to really take advantage of this month. All right, so I hope that did it for you. So if you have any other questions or comments, please let me know in the comments below. And as always, please hit the subscribe and notification. That way, when I do my live stream, you can get a free tarot reading live with me online. So thank you very much for your time, and namaste. Have a great month.